Liturgy and Culture. I am Reverend Imran Shuker. Liturgy and Culture. From the first community of Jerusalem until the Parousia, it is the same Paschal mystery that the churches of God, faithful to the apostolic faith, celebrate in every place. The mystery celebrated in the liturgy is one, but the forms of its celebrations are diverse. The mystery of Christ is so unfathomably rich that it cannot be exhausted by its expression in any single liturgical tradition. The history of the blossoming and development of these rites witnesses to the remarkable complementary when the Church lived in their respective liturgical tradition in the communion of the faith and sacraments of faith. They enrich one another and grew in fidelity to tradition and to the common mission of the whole Church. The diverse liturgical traditions have arisen by very reason of the Church mission. Churches of the same geographical and cultural areas came to celebrate the mystery of Christ through particular expression characterized by the culture in the tradition of the deposit of faith, and liturgical symbolism in the organization of the fraternal communion, understanding of the mysteries in the various forms of holiness. Through the liturgical life of the local church, Christ, the light and salvation of all peoples, is made manifest to the particular people and the culture to which the Church is sent and in which she is rooted. The Church is Catholic, capable of integrating into her unity, while purifying them all the authentic riches of cultures. The cultural tradition or the rites presently in use in the Church are the Latin, principally the Roman Rite, but also the rites of certain local churches, such as the Ambrosian Rite, or those of the certain religious orders, and the Byzantine, Alexandrian, or the Coptic, Syriac, American, Normative, and the Chaldean rites. In faithful obedience to tradition, the Sacred Council declared that Holy Mother Church hold lawfully organized rights to be equal right and dignity, and that she wishes to preserve them in the future and to foster them in every way. The celebration of the liturgy, therefore, should correspond to the genuineness of the culture of the different peoples, in order that the mystery of Christ be made known to all the nations, to bring about the obedience of faith. It must be proclaimed, celebrated, and lived in all cultures in such a way that they themselves are not abolished by it, but redeemed and fulfilled. It is with and through their own human culture, assumed and transfigured by Christ, that the multitude of God's children has accessed the Father in order to glorify Him in the one Spirit. In the liturgy, above all that of the sacraments, there is an immaterial part, a part that is divinely instituted and of which the Church is the guardian, and part can be changed, which the Church has the power and on occasion also the duty to adopt to the cultures of recently evangelized people. Liturgical diversity can be a source of the enrichment, but it can also provoke tensions, mutual misunderstandings, and even schisms. In this matter, it is clear that diversity must not damage unity. It must express only fidelity to the common faith, to the sacramental signs that the Church has received from Christ, and to hierarchical communion. Cultural adaptations also requires a conversion of heart and even, where necessary, a breaking with the ancestral customs incompatible with the Catholic faith. It is fitting that the liturgical celebration tends to express itself in the culture of the people where the Church finds herself, though without being submissive to it. Moreover, the liturgy itself generates cultures and shapes them. The diverse liturgical traditions or rites legitimately recognize manifest the Catholicity of the Church because of the signifying and the communicate the same mystery of Christ. The creation of the assurance unity amid the diversity of liturgical traditions is fidelity to adopted traditions, and the communion in the faith and the sacraments received from the apostles, and the communion that is both signified and granted by the apostolic succession. Thanks for watching. Have an eternal home. God bless you all.